All right, today's project, or this afternoon's project on the skid loader is May West made this poly cutting blade for our snow pusher. You guys probably seen that when we installed that. They seen that this is wearing out really bad, so they actually custom made some skid shoes for this. So we are going to drill some holes. I'm gonna go grab them poly pieces and show you what they made for the bottom of that. So here's the poly pieces. They countersunk the holes for the bolts. This is 1.5 inches, I believe, thick. So basically they cut it and put angles on it to match the angles that are already here. And we just have to, we'll probably take these off to drill the holes. I'm not positive. Looks like 1/2 inch holes, and then we'll bolt that on and we'll have a new skid for the side of the pusher. Big enough hole?
Yeah, that's plenty big. Where's the bolt? What'd you do with the bolt?
I think they're on my toolbox.
Walking. Bigger.
So you'd think you'd get a hint that I'm wearing a welding glove before you touch the end of the torch.
I did not know you were torching.
Now that's instant blister.
Just I'm going home.
He really squealed, didn't he, Eric? So, multiple issues. This torch is junk. Number 2, we have no gas. Gas is out. Torch head's plugged. I think it's a cheap torch to begin with. I think it's time for an upgrade, but I just literally got done torching with it, and this tip gets really hot, and he touched it and burnt himself pretty badly. Note to self, cleaning the tips on the torch after Eric uses it, very high recommended. No offense, Eric.
What?
But your torching is a lot like what your aluminum welding is like.
You know, if only I could hear you. You want to see how my grinding is?
I suppose we should probably let this cool a tad bit so we don't melt anything. That probably would be ideal. So now once we get that poly on, we're gonna have to raise that again, which is good. Then it'll cover up the paint flaw here. Are you messing up my tools again?
What? And you can videotape when I'm responsible for breaking it.
That's nice. It even matches the curvature of the,
Of the metal.
wore out metal. That is nice. We should have done this before the metal was destroyed.
Isn't it crazy that I can keep that bolt from turning? I'm essentially stronger than these fuel Milwaukees. Friction has nothing to do with it. Remember how I said I was stronger in the Milwaukee? Maybe not. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Go. Well, there it is. Installed. Should last quite a while, and now we have the holes all there, so when they're wore out, we can call up and, hey, May West, get me a new one, because this one's junk. Yeah, so May West Manufacturing, I'll put the link in the description if you guys want any poly cutting edges or feet made for your bucket of choice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this was all custom built here, custom ordered
Yep.
to the size that we needed. So
I'm sure they'll love that.
yeah, give them a bunch of different custom orders.
Yeah, make it really difficult for them.
Perfect.
Okay, so today's project is to clean the muddy cab out. So basically just wash the floor, and anywhere where there's mud, obviously right here is just terrible. So I got 2 buckets, one with clean water, and I'm gonna dump the dirty water in that one because this is gonna get really dirty really quickly. All right, we got it all washed down. I'll have to get the Armor All stuff or whatever we use and do the rest of the cabin. We'll let that dry a little bit, and then I'll wipe it all down, make it really shiny and slippery. I pulled the short straw again. Hey, I'm as tall as you for once.
Did you get taller?
Yeah. It's these high heels and the waders that I'm wearing. Well, guess what we get to do? It's our last mudded up piece of equipment.
What I have been doing the whole morning.
Yeah. So he's been power washing the 9RX and did a wonderful job, I might add.
Thank you.
Now we just gotta rinse out the tracks with the fire hose, which he says I'm so good at operating the fire hose that I have to do it.
No doubt.
So she's actually pretty good, but we'll see when we start driving what happens. The feeling a lot of mud's gonna come out of them big idlers and cause a lot of trouble.
You know, after washing this and the quads, the case quads, I think this has more hidden pockets and dips and dives and holes and grooves and valleys and mountains and hills and rivers and whatnot that you got to wash around and in and under. That I just would have to say that this one sucks compared to the quads. So, not fan.
You heard it there. All the dips and dives and everything.
Yeah, valleys
And the
everything.
swerves.
So, yeah, and like this in here, if you need to shower and you're at home and you're like, oh, I ain't got time, I gotta get to work, just show up to work and wash one of these, because all these little bowls, yeah, it'll look like you showered when you're done.
You sure that ain't a dip or a dive?
Well, it depends where you are. Down there it's dip. Up here it looks more
Like a dive?
it's like a dog food bowl with a hole. Junk.
We're gonna dump our K&M rock box that we installed. It's full. You missed a spot, Eric. A big spot.
If you're stronger, you go ahead and try that.
All right, you hold the camera. I'll show you how this works. You want to watch your everything. Nope. It's seized. The paint is seized.
When were you gonna show me?
That's
Do you want
junk.
to try my rubber boots?
Yeah. Kick it. There you go. It just took the big sweep.
Well, those are not steel toe, and I felt that. Okay, let me know what I can do.
Ready? It's glued on. Fire hose will take care of that. All right. Well, I lied when I said it was the last muddy piece, but it's the last 4-track. We got combines to do yet. It just doesn't want to come out. Take a break. It's getting really hot in here with the tractor running in that gas-powered motor. Very warm, but look at how much more mud is on the floor that I've washed out. It's breathtaking. just really packed in those big idler wheels and doesn't want to come out. Very hot.
Not many people would agree with that.
Shall we vote?
This is a horrible, horrible thing to clean.
Yeah, it is. John Deere, please, if you want us to buy more of your green turds, spoke your wheels, please. Well, you put the exhaust pipe right towards the bathroom. That's half the reason why all the dust went in there.
We're gonna have to go to the wash bay with all the saws.
So, what are you into here?
More self-inflicted misery. Reuse the old, they say.
So we, as you've seen in pretty much all of our videos, our office, and it's all recycled lumber from buildings around the neighborhood, some of our own. And so now we're trying to finish the upstairs living quarters where everyone kind of stays. I suppose that you didn't appreciate your glasses getting thrown on the ground, huh? Oops. Anyways, so where did you get this wood? And it's plump full of nails. Like, look at all them are nails that are still in there.
What's this?
Bat guano.
That's new. Why? It's so discouraging, and there's so many slivers, you gotta wear gloves. So my idea, you know, these are half sea glasses, so how bad do they look? Do they make my eyes big?
No.
Okay, so
Another 2-3 years.
I've gotta
then.
put, what is it, polyurethane
That's what he thinks.
on the very bottom for dusting purpose when you dust. Otherwise you will have your dust rag, whatever you use, vacuum.
Possibly some of your meat.
So now I gotta try to put screw some sort of a board onto all four edges to keep the polyurethane from running off, or do you just let that
You're supposed to
ooze
just let
over
it
the side?
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Well, then how do you?
So then you sand it off.
That sands?
bottom.
It sands? That sounds like a
The
lot of
little
work,
to
though.
no experience I have with it, I think that's what you do, right?
Is that what you do? Oh gosh.
And he's got my nice woodworking tools over here, just mowing through the nails with the nice.
Okay, let's talk. No, I have not hit any nails yet. Yet is the key word. And this is another problem with you youthful people.
Yes.
Yes. You know, I always used to keep every saw blade that I ever took off and had to replace, because there were special situations where you went and got the old saw blade because you didn't care too much if you did hit a nail. So, Chet, do you have your old saw blades that
You know,
use?
there might be some, but I was using them to cut flooring, and it was like
Oh, yeah,
there's
that's-
cement
yeah.
in the flooring or gravel, and it pretty soon I found myself hanging on the saw with blue smoke coming
Right.
off.
Oh.
So I don't even think you'd cut wood with it.
Flooring, and how about that time we tried cutting that maintenance-free decking stuff with it too? Don't do it. It's bad. Bad idea. Okay,
Works
back
good
to
at
this.
first, then you get that toxic smoke coming
Right.
off of the blade.
Burnt plastic smell. That's good to breathe in.
It's recycled, so that's green energy, so it should be green for your lungs, right? Right?
Right. Yeah. No. I'm just gonna pour this poly over this then. How am I supposed to get anything done? That went right inside my glove.
That's healthy for you. You want some?
Don't?
Gosh, we're into something now.
Yeah, he was pretty stressed about this. Did you
Losing sleep.
Did you find any nails?
Not yet. Look out. We're gonna have to take the camera away from him.
Does
I
it
swear.
show that rash I have?
It comes from sleeping with Ray.
What's
Ray!
what's that?
I don't know, but that's going down. Looks like paint. Okay, you two are gonna have to leave me alone. I've got work to do.
You care? We'll just set them right there. They can watch you then.
Nobody should see this first board.
So, this is actually what he's working on. The windowsills upstairs here in the living quarters of our shop. You don't have any lights on up here. So the idea is here, foam to insulate, because this is steel behind here, this part. So insulation, put the wood on there, trim around obviously. This is supposed to be another kitchen for whoever stays up here. If we ever do end up in the future needing help, maybe from a ways away, they can come and stay here. Here's where I sleep when I run ridiculous hours and just stay here at the farm. But this is what he's working on covering. And we still have basically trim, need to stain some doors, doorknobs. We also need to do something with the I-beams. We left them exposed because we kind of wanted it to be a modern or industrial look. But then we had them all taped off, but the guy's mud squirter thing blew it off, so there's mud on them now, and I don't know if it'll come off or not, but we got to figure that out too. But we want to get this done this winter so that it's livable for me and for anyone else that needs to stay here. So I am currently going to hang a mirror here in the bathroom so that I can see how good I look, I suppose. That's a good enough excuse, right? That's not too shabby if I do say so myself. Looks nice. Need to clean it now. Terribly dirty. And this I don't like how it just hangs like that. That's concerning. That's what you get with Menards products, I guess. Well, we have a guy possibly interested in our 3-point hitch 90-foot boom Riverbend sprayer with a 500-gallon tank on the back. But he wants to come look at it this weekend.
Oh gosh.
But the snow is so terribly deep here.
Oh, can't we wait till summer? Oh, here you got it.
Yeah, here we got it.
Back in.
So we've come to see how hard it is for one to take it apart, which looks somewhat easy, and
Yeah. Disconnect the
how
hydraulic
to get
hoses,
it out of here.
knock out them pins there. But really, in the winter,
Yeah, this is
go over to the other side.
We've suffered a severe blow.
I tell you, this is what happens when there is lack of maintenance. Oh, that's gonna have to be welded.
That's
back
gonna
on.
be a discounted price. She's busted. Doggone tree grew up in there and then
You know, I
ruined
swear these things must grow like 8 feet a year. So here's a 2-year-old tree.
this thing's been here since 2012 and that tree has grown since then apparently.
No, I don't think it was here like 4 or 5 years ago. I was back here spraying, and well, that one's dead.
As cold as it is, I'm
I
thinking
cannot
that
believe it.
springtime she comes on sale.
Can't believe it.
It's very disappointing. Very disappointing.
Do we own an electric chainsaw?
Sawzall.
Oh, there you go. We'll have that out of there in no time.
Boy, I tell you, that 9 below weather with the wind really is raw on the old cheeks.
How'd it look over there?
It was very cold. Like 5 minutes out there, my ears are numb, swelling. They're swelling from the cold frostbite.
Is it accessible over there?
No.
I didn't think
Buried.
so.
A tree grew up right through the framework, and then it tipped over and busted the boom brackets.
So for sale.
So it's junk. No, it's fixable, but it needs some welding.
How's it sound?
We've welded on booms before. I got no noise.
Not that one. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. This thing, it's looking better now that it's dried. We aren't gonna move it till it dries so that mud doesn't go everywhere. But I think she needs to be hand washed. It's looking kind of ugly. Definitely, the windows need to be cleaned. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.